Your light, you have to gatekeep that. Your power, you have to gatekeep that. You have to really pick and choose who and what you're going to give that out to. And that is a problem that a lot of people in life are still battling. Is not, and I think the reason why a lot of people are battling that is because a lot of people don't have spiritual awareness. And I'm telling you, that's why I stepped into a new era. Like today, it just dawned on me. You have to really gatekeep your light and gatekeep your energy. When you realize how powerful it is, you must limit how much of it you give away. You must limit how much of it you give away in all aspects, in all regards, in every situation. Because the thing about people can be parasites, very parasitic, both men and women, which is why you can be the type of person where you're just a big ray of bright light, good energy, and you have a friend where anytime she's in some type of detriment, she's like, oh, I know who to call. And it's like she that one conversation she has with you, that 1 5-minute conversation that she has, her entire mood is uplifted. Her entire day has transformed. She took a piece of you in a way, which is fine. But you will rarely get reciprocity though. So she will take that piece. She feels better. She feels uplifted. She gets back on good terms with her husband or her boyfriend, and now you don't hear from her again. She took power from you. She took power from you and she took light from you, and she ran with it and left you in the back burner. There's no reciprocity there. It's the same thing when you're having intercourse. That person is taking from you. When you learn how to guard your light and guard your power, no one can take anything from you. You have to give it away. I have certain people that think that they can just enmesh and infiltrate themselves in my life, not knowing that I don't operate that way. You don't just get to be a part of my life because you find me interesting. You don't just get to be a part of me or infiltrate yourself or push yourself onto me because you find me interesting. That's not how I live my life. I gatekeep my light and I gatekeep my power. I don't give it away. Because in a lot of you guys, you're walking around, you have bright lights, you're full of power, and people see that. And because people see that, they go overboard to make your life difficult for you. So with everything in life comes with a price. So a bright light and powerful power attracts enemies, even unknown enemies. I'm telling y'all, I got people I've never had a conversation with them a day in my life, and I'm their project, and they've never met me before. That is how powerful I am, and I'm aware of that. So because I'm aware of that, I live my life in a certain way. I'm not someone that you can just, I'm going to just be a part of her or be a part of her life, or I'm going to just have a conversation with her. No. In my waking life, I'm not like that. I gatekeep myself in every area. You don't just get to be a part of my bubble. No. I don't live my life that way. When you keep giving your light away and you keep giving your power away, you start to feel depleted. That's why I always encourage you ladies to get out of those kind of relationships that you're in where you're being drained. And the crazy part about it is sometimes the person that's taking your power from you and taking your light from you is like someone close to you, like family or a husband, and you don't really know how to walk away. You don't know how to walk away because it's like, but they're draining you. And I had a situation happen to me like this with a family member a couple of days ago where I was like, this is not healthy. Like this person is dimming my light. I can feel it. Like I can feel them. They're like draining my light from me. They're like draining my battery. Like I can feel it. I can sense it. They're not saying it, but spiritually I feel it. And I made the necessary changes the moment I felt it. And I'm like, okay, access, light, and power denied. You don't have access to this anymore. Because I realized what was happening. A lot of you guys, you're fueling people and you don't even realize it. Like you are such a force to be reckoned with, that people see that and they want that and they're using it. Like, they're using your power. Like, some of you guys, even in the workplace, like, they see you work well. Like, they're not promoting you because they just want to, I don't know how to explain it. They just want to keep experiencing your light. You know, they just want to keep feeding on your light, feeding on your power. That's why a lot of you guys, your managers could promote you to another higher paying part of your job or department, but they don't, because they're feeding off of your light. Like, this stuff is spiritual. Like, I can't even go into detail. I'll talk about this a little bit more in the narcissism class, and I'll touch on it a bit in the self-mastery class. But like, this stuff is like, it's I don't know, like, you got to really be aware to understand what I'm saying. I know not everybody will get what I'm saying, because there's a lot of spiritual connotation to this, but you have to gatekeep your light, and you have to gatekeep your power. And you will step into that where you just wake up one day and you realize it. Because I woke up today and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. And I immediately jumped. I'm already in a different mindset. I went to bed, I took a nap one way, and I woke up, and I woke up like in a completely different mind. Like, my mind is so different now. It's weird. It happened really fast, but yes, like, you got to guard that light and that power, and you have to have a mindset shift. I have now stepped into a new era. Your light and your power, it's for you. It's not for anyone else. I'll say that again. Your light and your power is for you. It's not for anyone else. Now, with the correct vetting process and discernment and discretion and caution, you will pick and choose who you will give a slight glimpse of your light and your power to. You don't owe it to anyone. A lot of people in life, especially women, you're depleted. You are depleted because in your mind, you don't limit your light and power and how much of it you give away. Now, keep in mind, I said that I'm entering a new era. So a lot of things are going to change. My power and my light is for me. And I'm realizing more and more just how powerful I am. And I'm going to become more and more stingy with it as the days come through. More and more stingy with it. More and more stingy with it. I always tell people, your light and your power is for you. Do you know that there are some people that will suck you dry, suck your light dry, suck your energy dry, and just leech off of you? Some people will literally be so unhappy and they just hang out with you because them hanging out with you makes them feel more alive, but they're draining you. So you got to be very careful in life to understand that your light and power is for you. It's not for other people. That's why 2 years ago, I made the decision to gatekeep my light and my energy. I listen, I don't live like you guys. A lot of you guys may think that you can relate to me or we're similar to each other. We're not. You only know me online as a public figure. You don't know me personally. The way that I live my life, I gatekeep my life force. I gatekeep my essence. I'm not everywhere with everyone. I don't respond to every text. I don't pick up every call. I don't enmesh myself with many people. I'm not out and about just letting people infiltrate my space. I'm preserving my essence because I know the power within. And the power within is so powerful that it can change nations. So walking around with that kind of power in you, it attracts a lot of admirers, but it attracts a lot of evil people as well. So you have to gatekeep your light and gatekeep your power. And a lot of people probably don't understand what I'm saying yet, but if you landed on this video, eventually you will understand. When you start to realize just how powerful you are, the higher you ascend, the less people will have access to you. And do not come in the comment section talking about hold on, well, isn't that loneliness? Hold on, well, that's not very healthy. Well, oh my God, you're closing yourself off. Well, okay, you're not where I'm at. But when you get there, you will understand what I'm talking about. And when I say where I'm at, I'm not talking about financially or physically. No, I'm talking about spiritually. When you have an understanding of how human beings work, men and women, and you understand the laws of human nature and how when you are a walking life force, when you are a walking source of big, vibrant, healthy, life-changing energy, you have to preserve that. Because people will want to leech on you. And when they leech on you, they will suck you dry and leave you with nothing in return. And it's not just men that are like that. Women are just as like that as men are. That's why they will call you on the phone and talk your ear off about their boyfriend problems. And the minute them and that man are on better terms, you don't hear from them again. Women always talk about how men will suck you dry, but women are the same way. Which is why you got to have limits and boundaries with them too. They're no different. Which is why you will have a friend call you and talk to you about all her problems. She's on the phone with you for 3 hours about everything that she's going through. And the minute her life gets better, she never answers your calls. Or you don't hear from her again. She used your wellness, your therapeutic energy, your good energy, your supportive aura, vibration, and she leached off of it. And once she felt better, she gave you the boot. You don't owe anyone access to your light and power. You must pick and choose who and where your light will shine and your power will flow. You don't just give it to everyone. I remember I walked into a situation the other day where I had a client and I could tell that she already wanted to enmesh herself with me. I could tell from the moment she met me, she started leeching herself onto me. And I don't allow that with men or women. I don't really allow people to, upon meeting me, try to enmesh themselves with me. That's a big no-no for me because I'm so big on preserving my life force and my energy and my light that even if me preserving it offends you, that's okay because I come first. So this is spiritual. Like this woman was literally following me around like a lost puppy dog. And I turned around and I told her, I said, listen, I told you good morning. I asked you how you were doing, but you cannot follow me around. You can't follow me around. I'm sorry. You can't follow me around. You cannot follow me around. And I know that the reason why she was following me around, it was a spiritual reason. She's lacking. She needs pouring into. And she's following me to withdraw that energy to get some of it for her. This stuff is spiritual. And I'm very aware of that. And I did the work, so you have to do the work. You can't leech off of me. You can't leech off my light. You have to do the work for yourself and discover yourself and go through the valleys the same way that I was at the pit of my valley. A lot of you ladies and gentlemen, you don't understand how potent your life is, how potent your power is. That's why some people come in your life and you feel used up. You may not feel used up like they took money from you or anything like that, but energetically you feel used up. Like you feel like, wow, I got used. Like you feel used up, and they discard of you when they finish using your essence for what they needed to use it for. You have to gatekeep your light and your power. You don't give it away. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to religious people telling you that, hey, you got to do this. That's all nonsense. In this life, preserving your essence comes first. And center God, of course. We're going to center God. That's an absolute. But after centering God, you center thyself. And everybody comes after that. And do not allow anyone to take more than you can give. And do not give more than you're capable of giving either. And that is a trap that a lot of women fall into, where they overgive to a relationship, overgive to family. You're preserving your power and your light is number one. When you realize just how powerful it is, you will stop giving it away, and you will start gatekeeping on it, and you will start giving it away to people less and less and less and less and less. I have entered a new era where I've recognized many things, and I've realized things are going to have to change. You know, every day you're realizing things spiritually more and more, and the higher you ascend, the less people can have access. The higher you ascend, because it's about preserving that ascension and that power, that new level that you're going on, that new power that you're developing. You have to preserve that. And if they want to access that, then they will have to rise to the occasion to meet you there. Because people will see that energetically, spiritually, vibrationally, you're at a high frequency. And what they will do is they will try to pull on that and not rise to that. If they cannot rise to that, they don't get access to that. A lot of people don't want to rise to the occasion because people don't want to put in the work for what they want. They want to get what they want where they're at. They don't want to rise to where they need to be in order to get what they want because they're lazy. They want to pull you down to where they are instead of rising, because rising requires work. So if you want access to me, you are going to have to rise to where I'm at. And if you can't do that, I'm not coming down. And you won't have the access to pull me down either. So you're going to be right where you are, and I'm going to be right where I am. And that's a mindset. A lot of you guys, you're not letting people rise to where you are. You're either letting them pull you down, or you are bringing yourself down to meet them where they are, and you're not supposed to do that. You put in the work. You did the work. This is why when you meet people who are successful in whatever area of life that is, they don't give handouts. You don't get to pick their brain. Pro athletes who are on the field, running, catching the ball in the gym at 5 a.m, you don't just get to show up to the coach and say, hey, I want to be in the NFL. That's not how life works. Are you qualified? Do you have the skill? Do you have the resume? Like, why should we give you a contract? You have to rise to our standards and where we are. And maybe, just maybe, we will give you a contract, but that's up to us to determine if you fit our standard. Many people do not want to rise to where you are. They want to stay where they are, and they want to either pull you down or have you meet them where they are. Because rising requires work. My family, they don't want to rise. They want to continue to be toxic, narcissistic, sociopathic, selfish, jealous, envious, hateful. And they wanted me to stick around so I can either lower myself to meet them where they are or pull me down in other ways. You have to rise to meet me where I am. I'm not coming down for anyone.